Hey YouTube, Wes here, checking in. Just a quick note before we start this particular video. This particular video happens to be recorded, and the haul happened way back in either June or July. As you see in this video, there are some records in here that I picked up for my VC friend here in Gainesville, Mike A. And I didn't want to upload the video when I did the haul, just so it would be a surprise when I gave him the records. But now he has the records, and he's done a video himself of the records. So some of these you've seen if you're watching his channel, but some of these you haven't seen yet because I picked them up for myself. It's been sort of sitting around, but I just wanted to share these records with you, so hope you enjoy it. Let's get to the show. Hey YouTube, Wes here, checking in with another great vinyl haul. I had a really awesome score of vinyl from the local Goodwill here last weekend. Wanted to share that with you. Got some really awesome stuff. Got some jazz, some rock, even some reggae. It was a really killer score. They're still doing 10 for $2 on their vinyl. So I paid $6. I got around 30 pieces basically. This is the haul we're going to get into, so we're just going to go ahead and breeze through this. Hope you enjoy this. Subscribe if you're not already. Leave me some comments down below about any of this, and let's go ahead and get into it. First thing we have here is on Cotillion Records, so a strange label to be a jazz release here, but this is Lou Donaldson with Color as a Way of Life. It's from 1977. Pretty cool pickup there. That purple Cotillion label, pretty cool. There's one from Freddie Hubbard. This one's titled Sweet Return. 1983 on this one. Got a, when we're talking about the reggae here, basically got an instant Third World collection. This is Third World's Arise in Harmony on Island Records. So it's on sort of that bluish island label. This is Third World's You Got the Power. This is when they had switched over to Columbia Records. 1982 is the date on this one. Columbia label. This is Third World All the Way Strong from 1983. Also, of course, Columbia label once again. And we have Third World self-titled, again on Island Records. And that one's on the blue label as well. And last but not least, we have Third World Journey to Addis. That's on Island Records also. And the blue label. So kind of an instant Third World collection. Glad to have found that. Found that for such a cheap price. Those are really nice to add to my inbox. Got a copy of Paul McCartney Ram. Already have this in the collection, but the spine is kind of messed up on it, and this one's really nice and nice looking, so that was an upgrade. Glad to have found that. Actually, a piece of comedy here. We got Flip Wilson with Cowboys and Colored People on Atlantic label, green and blue Atlantic label. Don't see that label too much, so that was a nice pickup. Here's a nice piece of jazz on Riverside label. This is Cannonball Adderley. Cannonball Takes Charge. That's the Riverside 12-303. It was recorded in 1959. Not sure of the release date on this one. I'm not that up on jazz, but I'm sure I will enjoy listening to this. And most of this jazz I picked up for Mike. My friend here in town is also in the VC, Mike A. I knew he would like this stuff, so I just went ahead and grabbed it, and I'm gonna give it a listen myself and then pass it on to him, as I know he likes the jazz stuff. So picked up a bunch of jazz for him. A couple of old Linda Ronstadt albums. This is Linda Ronstadt Hand Sewn. So those were nice to find. It'd be nice to hear some of her early stuff. And this is her an album, a compilation of Linda Ronstadt titled Different Drum. I guess this is an early compilation of her stuff from 1974. So again, it'll be just nice to hear some of her early work. Got a live album here from Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. This is 9 Tonight, 1981. The release on this. This has like a really glossy, thin cover on it. I thought it was an import at first, but this is actually a U.S. release. It just has a sort of the look of an import, but that'll be really cool to hear. Live albums can be hit or miss, but always enjoy hearing them. Really nice, clean copy of Crosby, Stills and Nash, self-titled. Of course, that's a classic one there in the classic rock genre. Just I love the cover and the photography and stuff on this. Just yeah, glad to have found that. Copy of Earth, Wind and Fire's That's the Way of the World from 1975. This one has Shining Star on it. Pretty popular track by them. Be nice to hear the full album. I don't think I've heard this one before. Got the classic Doobie Brothers, Taking It to the Streets, with of course the title track on there, Taking It to the Streets. And One Step Closer by the Doobie Brothers. This one is from 1980. And more jazz here on the Alshire label. This is Jay White, Street Scene. Got an ECM release here. This is an 80s ECM release, so it has the potential to be really bad, but this is Artland, Gary Peacock, and Elliot Zygmunt. This is Shift in the Wind. The three of them working on the back. Yeah, 1981 is the release date on this one. So I'll give it a try. Of course, the green ECM label. Been talking a lot about Chet Atkins recently in the Vinyl Survivor series and found a really cool one from him. This is Chet Atkins Picks on the Beatles. So this is a Chet Atkins album of all Beatles covers on it. I Feel Fine, Yesterday, If I Fell, one of my favorite Beatles songs, Can't Buy Me Love, I'll Cry Instead, Things We Said Today, Hard Day's Night, I'll Follow the Sun, She's a Woman, And I Love Her, Michelle, and She Loves You. So that's pretty cool, and liner notes by George Harrison. And there's Chet Atkins with a Beatles wig on there, mop top kind of thing. But yeah, just a cool one to find and a cool piece to add to the Chet Atkins collection. I really do dig his music. Getting back to the jazz label, this one is on Muse Records. This is Eddie Lockjaw Davis with The Heavy Hitter. 1979 is the date on this one, and it is still sealed. So don't know if I'll leave this one still sealed for Mike to open up, or if I'll open it up myself and sample it first. But yeah. Anytime you can get a sealed record for 20 cents, that's a good deal. All right, next thing we got here on the Reservoir label I'm not real familiar with. This is Ralph Moore's Round Trip. 1987 is the date on this one, so pretty late, but it looks pretty good. It's got Kevin Eubanks on it, as well as some other people that I'm not real familiar with, but I'm sure they're pretty good. Got another album here by Arthur Blythe. This is Blythe Spirit. 1981 is the date on this one. Very interesting artwork on that one. And that is a gold stamp promo. That'll be nice to hear. Next I got here on the Landmark Records label, another label I'm not real familiar with. This is Charlie Roos with Epistrophe. 1989 is the date on this one. It looks like that'll be something pretty good, be enjoyable to listen to, and then pass on. Next up on the Columbia label, pretty early looking album here. This is Charlie Barnet with Town Hall Concert, CL 639. The date on this one is December 6, 1947. So yeah, pretty early recording here. But the liner notes are from 1955, so I'm guessing that's around the release date of this. Is 55 would sound more correct, being in the LP era. But just some cool sort of jazz stuff here. I definitely think Mike's gonna like this one. This is definitely up his alley. I think he may already have that. Who knows? Next thing here, a couple really cool rock and roll pieces here. Picked up the reissue of this last year, but this is an original Rolling Stones Sticky Fingers with the zipper intact. It's a little bit dirty, but really cool to have one of these with the zipper, and to be able to pick it up at a Goodwill for 20 cents is a no-brainer, I think. So that was a really cool find to find that. Next up, a Police album. For some reason, I don't think I have this one. It's definitely not in the collection. I don't think I have one in the inbox either somehow, but that is Zenyatta Mandata. This has got do-do-do-da-da-da-da and Don't Stand So Close to Me on it. 1980 is the date, I think. 1980. Yeah. For some reason, I just didn't have this, so definitely wanted to grab it. And last but definitely not least, the grail of this haul. I said some 4-letter words when I found this. I couldn't believe I found this in a Goodwill. It was just the most incredible thing I found in a long, long time. Something I've wanted for a long while. Something when you see it, it's really expensive. But that is the Rolling Stones, their Satanic Majesties Request. With the lenticular 3D cover on it. Yeah, I can't believe I found this in a Goodwill, and it's in pretty nice shape. It's not perfect, but I've seen worse copies for sale in record stores for $30. So to find it for 20 cents in a Goodwill, I will take that all day long. This is a stereo version. Does still have the original psychedelic inner sleeve. I said stereo on the London label. So that was my awesome Goodwill haul. Hope you enjoyed the finds. Leave me some comments or questions down below about any of this you saw, anything you find interesting. As I said, if you're not already, please subscribe. That helps to let me know you like what I'm doing. Helps YouTube let other people know about the channel. Thank you for that. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, great night, whatever it is, and we'll see you again next time. Cheers.